Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I had a little bit of another of a little bit of a hiatus. And in the interim, I came up with another idea. I'm not done with Slay the Spire by any means. And I, I definitely want to play other games, but I had the idea that an XCOM. The first idea was I couldn't think of any channels that did strategic games, but like ASMR Let's Plays of strategy games. Whether that's RTS, turn-based, like a tactics role-playing game, like a Final Fantasy Tactics, which, if you know anything about this channel's brief history, that was actually I believe that was, if not the first, one of the first games I played on this channel. So, I have a lot of love for strategy games, and I have a lot of love for XCOM in particular. I have, a number of hours in Enemy Unknown and XCOM 2, and believe it or not, XCOM UFO Defense as well, which I was unabashedly obsessed with as a kid. So I love this series, but I've never played XCOM Enemy Within, and I've also not played War of the Chosen. And since this is confessional hour, I suppose, I have never beaten an XCOM campaign. I always lose. Yeah, I've never beaten a campaign. I've played a lot of hours, like probably close to 150 hours between Enemy Unknown and XCOM 2. And then with UFO Defense, probably like another 100 hours on its own, maybe. But regardless, I think I can beat it, and I think it would make a very fun series. And underrated aspect of playing this game is it is actually very relaxing, not only for me to play at times. It obviously does get tense, but it just has kind of a laid back, board gamey type vibe, which I think will go really well with this channel. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, I did record a lost episode a couple weeks ago. No, not a couple weeks ago. Why did I say that? That was the Calvino video. Yesterday, I recorded a video that is unfortunately lost due to technical difficulties. But I did attempt a classic campaign, and it was too difficult. And I actually said in that lost video that I was going to restart anyway, so everything works out in the end. So all that is to say, I'm going to play on normal because I do genuinely want to. I would like to win, and I'm not very good at video games. Okay, so aiming angles is something I've never played with before, but it seems to make sense. We'll reduce that. We're not going to do Iron Man, although I don't plan on save scumming, but I mean, I'm sure everybody says that before they save scum, so I'm not going to make any promises there. But now I'm going to let the cutscene play out here. The story is not important, in my opinion, to the XCOM series, but it is there if you're interested. Yeah, XCOM's all about the gameplay and the art and music and all that stuff, but not really the story. Story you kind of make. Yeah, my cat is walking across my desk. Get on the floor, Murph. Go. Yeah. about that. My cat Murphy was in the way.
Recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
All right. Pretty fun opening cutscene, but again, I've seen it. I've had to restart the game so many times from either losing or just abandoning campaigns that are, I feel are lost, but I've seen it so many times. Okay, so I typically put my base in Africa because the 30% monthly funding increase is too good to pass up. Operation Dying Star. This is one of the things I actually really love about this game. I don't know if there's like a bank of random words and the game just sort of pulls two and sandwiches them together or what, but I'm gonna cut up the volume here in a minute, in just a second. But the different operation names I think are very cool. They give some flavor. All right, mission brief. Alien abduction in progress. Meld energy signature readings are positive. Site is clear of civilians. Collateral damage is not a concern. Mission objectives: neutralize all hostile targets. Locate and secure meld canisters. Launch mission. We're gonna skip that just because I have to. I'm gonna cut this up slightly. Just because I think it's okay if you hear some of the game.
This is Central. You are free to engage all hostile
All right, let's get a lay of the land here. So I definitely want somebody up top here. And I guess it's you because you're closest.
Moving.
You I want behind that canister.
Let's do this.
X-ray spotted. It's 2 gray sectors. We're gonna do a full court press here. And you were actually gonna try to take a shot with if we have sight on anybody. No, we don't.
I'm rolling.
We'll put you on Overwatch. So if you don't know anything about XCOM, there's essentially 2 layers to the game. There's the tactical layer, which is
Can't kill him if you don't hit him.
there's a tactical layer. Maybe it's not too loud, but it's striking me as a little loud. Alright, well, what we're gonna do... Anyway, like I was saying, sorry, I can strategize and talk about the game and what it is. At the same time, I can walk and chew gum.
Heading to that location.
So there's the tactical layer, which is like the chessboard layer part of the game, where you're controlling your soldiers. And what's that? Just take the almost guarantee. There's tactical layer, which is like a chess game, chessboard, and then there's the more strategic layer, which is more like big, like civilization style, more strategic layer. This is the more tactical layer of the game, and you recruit soldiers and you're just repelling the alien invasion. Like that's the story. It's not very deep.
On the move.
And then obviously different soldiers, and they go through battles and are, become battle tested over time, and eventually gain unique abilities and weapons. And then you get connected to your soldiers because they've been through the ringer with you for so long. You get really attached, and then when they die, it's a big deal. Not just because if you lose a high-ranking soldier, they're gone. Like they die for the remainder of the campaign. It's brutal.
Already there.
See, like that was probably not the best move because I put her in a terrible situation.
They're moving to flank me.
Watch the flanks.
I don't think there's a way to salvage it. Unless... No. Damn. That's so aggravating. Alright, well, nothing to be done about it. I think we just move him up and
Time to motor.
hope that our girl over here doesn't die. I don't like her chances, though. The only thing I'm banking on is the fact that this is normal difficulty on classic. Okay, you're in critical condition. That's pretty bad. Okay, well, we are going to attempt to get this done, get this mission done before you bleed out, because we do not have a medkit.
Hauling ass.
So we are going to do our best. What? Oh my goodness, that is not at all where I wanted you to go. Like, not even a little bit did I want you to go there. I mean, you gotta, like, throw a grenade at this point. Like, you can't. Like, I cannot lose another soldier, like, this early. Yeah, you gotta just... I know it destroys material, but... We gotta... Okay, great. Alright, that was really worth it then, because we saved the soldier, and we got the meld canisters.
Commander.
Awesome.
The labs are
Okay.
on high alert.
Phew, all right.
Teams are standing by for your orders.
I'm glad I didn't second guess myself on that one. I normally do.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
Bunch of cutscene, I believe. Yes.
Welcome to XCOM HQ,
Central
Commander.
Officer Bradford.
I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold.
Oh, man.
Providing tactical support for our field operations. And
If you don't know the
briefed on
story
the current
behind how
situation. My efforts should
Central
allow you to focus
Bradford
on the bigger
got his
issues at
name,
hand. Speaking of
I
which,
believe Jake
we have a
Solomon,
soldier
the
waiting for
lead
a
designer
promotion
of the
in
game,
battles.
said
I'll let you get to it.
Commander to the
that it was the name of the coach of his alma mater. his alma mater's football team. I believe that's what he said. And then they changed his voice in XCOM 2, and it's terrible. It's just not the same. I would like to play XCOM 2 on the channel, but I'm just like doing one thing at a time. Just doing one thing at a time. Sorry, my cat is like running around, and I don't want her merps and her little cat noises to show up on the mic. So anyway, but I'd like to play XCOM 2, but I'm just trying to take these one at a time. All right, let's upgrade. Got a sniper. We love a sniper. We love a sniper.
Commander
A
to the
heavy
research
we
labs. Commander to the
enjoy. I
research
wouldn't say we
labs.
love a heavy though. We love an assault and we love a sniper. The others are like,
artifacts are being unloaded,
and
the
a
research
support
team is
medic is
waiting your
good too,
orders.
but
We'll
like
get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
give me my cursor back. All right, there we go. All right, let's go engage with these
Hello,
these
Commander.
cutscenes of
My
these
name is Dr.
dead-eyed
Valen.
protagonists
I
with their
oversee the
thick
research
sleeves.
labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes
I'm
place.
mostly
We have already
joking.
begun analyzing the artifacts
I like
recovered
Dr.
from our first
Valen,
encounter with
and
the
I like
aliens.
Dr. Shin,
Based on our
and I like
preliminary
Central,
findings,
genuinely.
we believe we
I
can
like
use
these
them
characters,
to develop some new equipment for our soldiers.
but I
With your
wouldn't say they're
approval,
particularly
we
deep
will
or
begin
anything.
research immediately.
So, XCOM 2 does a little bit better with that, with making the side characters and Central more interesting, but
Commander to
all right, we'll do
engineering.
xenobiology.
Commander
It's a
to
good
engineering.
start usually. All right, let's go see Dr. Shin.
I agree. That does seem to be the most...
Ah, Commander. I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, we can build it here. Speaking of which, Dr. Valen has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
All right. So I think it's a good idea to have one person with a med kit in case we can't finish the mission as quick as we did last time. And I think we want to build a satellite.
Commander, our current satellite uplink facilities are at full capacity. We should build additional
Okay,
uplinks as soon
alright.
as possible to allow for new satellite deployments.
All right, let's go to mission control and scan for activity. I believe, yeah, we get abduction site first. Okay, we can do scientists,
Commander,
$200 flat,
requests for assistance.
and 4
Abductions in
engineers. I
progress
think we
are
go
marked on the
4
hologram.
engineers, but I want to explain this a little bit for people who have never played this game. So you have these abduction sites, and they're in different parts of the world. This one's in India, one's in Mexico, one's in Russia. There's a panic level for each country, and if it gets all the way to 5, they can drop out of the XCOM project and stop funding you. Not good. If you cover their countries, you can lower their panic level. Cover them with satellites, you can lower their panic level too. But anyway, that's just something you have to manage on the more strategic layer of the game. But you can't cover all of them, is the point. So you have to pick. Now in the original XCOM, it was more flexible. Like you could cover as many. You could like send 2 Sky Rangers out to hit one abduction site, and then as soon as that one was done, like the second one is like on the way to cover the second abduction site. So you could do things like that, which is what made UFO defense so cool, was the flexibility. But I do enjoy the way this game does it, because it forces you to make difficult choices, which is always fun in a strategy game. Like that's the whole point. So anyway, okay, so we'll go India because I think engineers are important to get the facilities and access lifts built as quickly as possible. You got some Florence Nightingale energy about you. I think it's the Canadianness of you. Just screams support medic to me. Like you're gonna be a medic. I am like rubbing my temples and like focusing all my energy trying to conjure this into reality, but I truly do believe you will be a support medic before all is said and done. Bless you. All right, let's go. Beginning assault.
We have visual on the mission site. Setting down.
Operation Cursed Fog.
The
Mumbai,
area of
India.
engagement for this mission will be in India.
Alien
Alien
infection in
activity
progress.
continues
We've already
to
read
surge
that.
within several major cities.
Neutralize all
Our
targets.
response is
Locate and
crucial
secure
to
meld
minimizing the spread of
canisters.
panic.
Ready to engage. All right.
Central, this is Big Sky. Strike team is touching down now. Standing by
So,
for orders.
Roger,
I
Big Sky.
like my
Taking
snipers
5
up
by 5.
top.
Strike 1 has the green light for deployment.
And I like parking them in a spot and just letting them kind of survey the battlefield from there. The heavies I like to use as flankers or like just front, not really flanking. I'm sorry, I got them mixed up with the assault class. The assault class is the good class for flanking. You can flank with everybody, and you should. I'm just saying in general, like it's easier to flank with the assault class. And then the heavy is like the front-facing, like tank trudging forward. And support classes, I treat them as medics, but they can be support in other ways as well. But anyway, let's get this underway. I want you to go into Overwatch and Harris. I want you to stay close to everybody because you have the med kit. So I want you to be able to get to everybody if needed, within a hurry. And now that I've said that, I kind of want you to go get the meld canister. Yeah, gosh, I did not mean to click there. I mean, I'm not mad. It's kind of where I was gonna like put you anyway, but like I did not mean to click there. I really did not. I think we'll go here for you and put you on Overwatch, and we'll put you right next to him, and put you right there. Alright, well, we know where all the meld canisters are. We need to get that. I don't know if we'll make it. Hope we do, but I don't think we will. Oh, we could have made it with our sniper. That is a bummer, dude. Like, that is terrible. Okay. Not the end of the world.
Heading to that location.
Oh boy, everybody's coming out to party now. I love the sectoids. Such a great design for an alien. I mean, just classic design, obviously, but they're classic for a reason. Work on some flankage with you. Alright, we can't do anything with you. Like, stop trying to bait me. Like, you cannot move and fire on the same turn. But I think we've parked you in a position where you can take at least one of these aliens out. If you don't die first. And you don't panic. Oh boy. faults, it's a blessing. Oh boy. Oh my goodness gracious.
He's dead.
Wow. How miserable was that?
Heading to that location.
Okay, well, at least there's some little bit of luck. I didn't even know that soldier's name. I have to keep it real with you. I think you gotta like, oh, that wasn't even the alien, that was melding with him. Oh, that is so annoying.
Target's still up.
Okay, honestly, I don't think you're gonna like this, but I think this is your play.
Ready for the fireworks?
And I don't regret doing that. I think you definitely take that shot. Alright. That was pretty good. Pretty good. Now, there's actually something else I wanted to change. I was thinking about it. I don't want third person. I just want classic, over the top, top down, XCOM. I don't need to be over their shoulder. I ain't playing a third person shooter.
I'm rolling.
Huzzah. Alright, well, we got one meld and we lost one soldier, but I think we'll have a couple of hopefully 2 promotions. And we do. Awesome. And now there's a sniper, but, and what did I tell you? What did I tell you, people? I told you, Mary Harris, the Canadian, she was gonna be a support, and she was gonna be the lady with the med kit. She's the Florence Nightingale, like, she's the medic, she's the paladin, like, Mary Harris is that bitch, okay? Like, that's all I'm saying. And I knew it. I had you pegged from the start, Mary. Oh, this is how it starts. You start talking to your soldiers like they're real, or you know them, and then you end up, you know, feeling like shit when you get them killed. This is how it starts. This is what is so good about this game. Hi, Mavis. Need you to go down there. Mavis, I'll bet you in a minute. I'm trying to record a video right now.
Commander to the situation
All right.
room. Commander to the situation room.
We have an assault. Beatrice Moreno. I really like the assaults. The shotgun is a lot of fun, so I'm down. I like that. I like that a lot. We have new medals. I'm pretty sure I know what they are because of the previous start I tried to have. All right, we got our 4 engineer school, so we're gonna take advantage of that. And we have 3, count them,
You can now
3
honor our soldiers by awarding them medals for accomplishments you deem appropriate.
steam
You can
vents.
view and award
So I think
medals in the
this
barracks.
little cell right here of 6 is going to be where we build our power generators for the maximum amount of synergy and adjacency bonus. And I think there we're going to build a +10 refund on resources used when building vehicles. On our resources used when building vehicles, foundry projects, and facilities.
Commander
Okay.
to the situation room. Commander to the situation room.
Okay, I don't think we need that right now. I think we're okay. I think we do want to start excavating, though. For sure. Alright. Situation room. Okay, yeah, so this is the more like strategic layer of the game where you have like the entire map, and you have these different countries, and they have a level of panic that they are experiencing due to the invasion, and you have to like strategically manage the panic levels of all the different countries to ensure that they don't leave the XCOM project, because they will leave. And when they leave, you lose that funding, so, and resources. So it's best to try to keep. You're not going to keep everybody happy. Like, countries will withdraw, but you gotta really fight for everybody. Which makes, I mean, you would hope that's what humanity would do, but you would hope they would do that in the real world. But of course, I don't know if we would actually do that, knowing what I know about the world these days and all the evil in it, especially in the United States.
You're telling me that we should risk the lives of our troops so we can take one of these things alive?
Yes. Without a live specimen, I'm afraid we've reached the pinnacle of what my team is able to accomplish.
And how do you suggest we do this, Doctor?
The autopsy I've just completed confirms that the alien's physiology is quite similar to our own. A highly concentrated electrical current delivered at close range should cause
Close range? And what happens if it doesn't work? Do you really think this is worth the risk?
I do. We do not know our enemy. How can we hope to stop something that we do not understand? If we can capture one of these creatures alive, we may be able to communicate with it.
And interrogate it. Find out what they want. Where they're operating from.
Yes. That possibility outweighs all risks, in my opinion. I can construct a safe enough facility to house our captive, but I do not know how we could possibly communicate with it.
Not to worry. I will see to that.
All right. I'll speak to the commander.
No need, Bradford. I was listening the whole time. Alright, so basically, we need to capture a live alien. I will read this because I think it's good ASMR content. And I like reading the descriptions and lore of the game, so anyway, codename Mobius. Oh boy, Mobius. Sorry, I actually did sneeze that time. Alright, let's see what we got here. We've managed to successfully map the alien specimen's entire genome, although I wasn't entirely sure it would be possible using our existing DNA sequencing techniques. However, our success has led to the startling realization that this creature's genetic structure is quite similar to our own. This discovery has piqued the interest of the research team, as it only raises more questions as to the origin of this species. Having examined several of the alien corpses, we've also observed a trend. Key components of the alien's genetic structure are mirrored perfectly across each of the specimens. Although it is presumptive at this point to draw conclusions as to how this is possible, I believe it is only logical to assume this alien is the product of aggressive genetic engineering well beyond anything conceived of on Earth. If the aliens are truly capable of this sort of manipulation at a cellular level, I fear we may have only scratched the surface of their technological advantages over us. In any case, further research is imperative, and while we've obviously made a number of discoveries working with the alien corpses, I feel we may need to acquire a living specimen if we truly hope to find the answers to these questions. I agree on all points, my friend. Alright. I think we we do fragments. That's what I
I'm
think.
still having a hard time grasping what it is
And
the
I think
aliens are.
we scan and we assign new facilities. We build a power generator right there. We excavate. And we continue scanning for activity, and we have a UFO contact over Nigeria. We will be scrambling. An interceptor Raven 1, I believe, is ready for launch. So we will send her.
We have eyes on the bandit.
Hell yeah. Interception engagement status report. Interceptor shot down the target UFO. Surveillance indicates alien crew moving at the crash site. Interceptor sustained light damage in the encounter. And we have this great cutscene where Bradford
This is
Four Farms,
We have a confirmed
with his shoulder blades,
001. I repeat,
handsome devil that he is,
I'll copy, over.
Solid copy, VD-37. Nice work. Central out. All right, people. Retask Recon Satellite Bravo and get
What
me
a
a visual
beast.
on that crash site.
She's coming into range now, sir.
On screen. Magnify. Still in one piece. Commander, I recommend we get a strike team to the crash site immediately.
and we shall send a Sky Ranger, and we shall take a rookie and our 3 squaddies. Yep, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with this arrangement. I will consider this a good
We have
victory
visual on
if
the mission site. Setting
we
down.
can complete this mission without somebody getting gravely wounded. XCOM interceptors have splashed a UFO. I love that. Splashed a
Looks like
UFO.
the aliens went down in a
Intel
sparsely
indicates some
populated area.
surviving crew.
There are
Meld
civilians
energy
in the
signature
area.
readings are
I hope they
positive.
stay clear.
Exercise caution when engaging the enemy. The craft may contain usable salvage. Mission objectives: locate the crashed UFO, sweep the area for surviving crew, and neutralize them. Locate and secure meld canisters. Avoid additional damage to the craft if possible. Some components may be recoverable. Alright. Launch mission. Take me there, fella.
This is Big Sky. We're just north of the crash site. Strike one
Alright,
is in
so
position to
one
engage.
criticism you could make about this game is
We'll
that
monitor those readings from here. Strike one is authorized to
the
assault
maps
the
are
craft.
all very similar. Like there's not much variety at all in the maps. Within their biomes, I mean, like there's a city one, there's like a suburban one, there's a forest one, like a wilderness one, like, you know, but they have very similar structures, is my point.
Good copy. Moving on target. Weapons free.
Alright, well, at least we know the direction to go. I think we park you here. Oh, did I really? That is so annoying. Why? I did not mean to click there. I promise that's not an excuse. Like, I genuinely did not mean to click there at all. Ugh. and you hunker down. Unless, I didn't realize you'd have a flanking shot. Yeah, you're not gonna hit him. So I think you hunker down, and the next turn we do a run and gun. And you, since you're the rookie, I would like you to get closer to the action. I would really like that, actually.
Moving to designated coordinates.
I think we put you here.
I'm
I
rolling.
think you carpet the area with some smokerinos. Cover our boy here. I have a really bad habit of not using items in the game because I'm like, if I use them now, then I won't be able to use them later. But later never comes. Like, I never feel like it's the right time to use the items, and then I end up not using them at all. So I'm kind of going with like my first instinct. Like, if my instinct is to use it, then I'm going to use it, and that's just, I'm going to play it that way. All right. I think you run and gun. And I think you run and gun here, and you blast that alien in the face.
Double time.
And you take them both out.
Kill confirmed.
Well done. And you, my friend, have future sniper in your future, I believe. So we're gonna put you on the high ground. And we're gonna put you on the high ground, Mary Harris, because we want you in the middle of everything. Just in case. You got the med kit, girl. Alright. And I believe we'll put you there. That'll be a good spot for you.
Roger that.
If they don't move around too much, we should be able to get a rocket. I'm more than willing to sacrifice that. Ooh, goodness. Oh, that's not so bad. I will admit, the difficulty is not that punishing on normal, but it was really punishing on the hard difficulty. Like, not the hardest, but like the challenging difficulty, the one right over there is the classic difficulty, I believe it's called. I think you throw a grenade. I think you sealed your fate by melding minds with that fella.
Catch.
Should have done that. I think you push right here. And we got eyes on somebody else. I think you overwatch. Not that I anticipate you'll have much of a chance of hitting anything, but it's the thought that counts, and sometimes you can get lucky. And Reese, my friend, I said I wanted you to get into the fray a little bit, so we're gonna put you in the fray.
Running.
Roger, Dodger.
It's a little risky,
Aye, aye, Commander.
but
Target acquired.
maybe we can take care of this guy. Yeah, I know the power supply. We'll get it at the end of the mission.
I could only hazard a guess as to the amount
Please
of
return
power it would
control to me,
generate
Dr.
to
Shen.
propel that
I do
ship.
not like it when
I'd
you
watch your
speak.
fire down there. That equipment could be highly unstable.
54. I'd take that deal. Booyah.
Chalk up another one.
potions. That's dog water. Alright, that's fine. That's okay. Actually, I forgot we do need to look at the badges. So we'll do that now. Or the medals, rather. Urban combat. Assign power. 5+ aim against enemies in full cover. Yes, I think that that is a great use for you. I typically give the urban combat badge to snipers, but our one sniper died, so never panic as a result of allies getting wounded or killed. Make hits and restore to missed heal 2 HP more when used on the soldier. Well, I think if like everybody had this medal, we would be really happy. Whereas we could I don't think panic is that big of a deal on normal difficulty. From what I remember about the game, so we'll take that. And we're gonna award this medal to our assault. Because I get the sense that she's gonna be taking a lot of damage. Yes, salute to you, soldier. Well done. She's gonna be getting hit a lot, I think, doing flanking and stuff like that, so. But yeah. Let's move ahead until we... United States. Oh boy, it's the United States. You're kind of on my shit list, so I don't know if I want to help you. Requested 1 satellite and storage 1 set time limit days 20. Numerous UFOs have been spotted streaking over the skies of the United States and concerned for their citizen safety is building. Since they do not have satellite technology that can track the aliens like we do, they're offering a substantial amount of assistance to our efforts if we help police their airspace. Well, I guess we'll do that. You're welcome.
Satellite uplink facilities at maximum capacity.
Now I do not want to hear any more complaining from the United States for the rest of the campaign. Anyway, okay, I think I'll call it there. I wanted to also say, I mentioned at the beginning, I have every intention of continuing my Slay the Spire run. I have put significantly more time into that game since my last episode. So I've put like over 100 hours in it since I last uploaded a Slay the Spire video. I've beaten the game with every character. I've gotten to the heart like 3 times, but I have not beaten the heart. And I have cleared 2 ascensions with the defect, and I believe 1 with the ironclad, and I think 1 with the silent, I think. But anyway, all that to say, I feel much more confident in the game, and it truly is a masterpiece. I know this when we're playing XCOM, it's got nothing to do with Slay the Spire, but it was on the mind, so I will continue with that series. Like I believe I said in a previous video, I definitely could see a situation where Slay the Spire is like a forever game that I just sort of publish whenever I feel like it, because it's such a... And then when Slay the Spire 2 comes out, we'll have even more to play, so it'll be great. But I thought that XCOM would be fun. This is one of the first games, I should have said this at the top, but this is one of the first games I bought on Steam, if I have my timeline right. I bought it on a dog shit laptop I had as a kid that could barely run it. Like I had to run, like everything looked like clay, even more than it normally does. Like the graphics are not great anyway, but everything just looked like slightly melted clay. It was crazy. But it ran, and it ran relatively smoothly. So I was happy, and so all that to say, this feels like kind of a full circle moment a little bit for me, coming back to it after all these years and getting to play it on a YouTube channel that I would really like to be more consistent with, and because I do enjoy posting videos, and I enjoy making content for people that need help relaxing, because I definitely understand it. I'm the same way. Look at them all fraternizing and working out and stuff. Anyway, I get it. I get not being able to relax, especially these days. I get it. I really do. So, if this is like a small way to help somebody relax who's not doing very well, then I'm glad to have made it. So, but I want to be more consistent, and I'm hoping that having like an actual campaign to play will help keep me focused. So that's it. That's part 1. I'll be sure and get going on part 2 as soon as possible, and we'll continue. Maybe we'll play maybe we'll play this in the next XCOM 2, and maybe I'll even kick it all the way back to XCOM UFO Defense, we'll see where it goes. So I'm excited. So for now, thank you for watching. Get some rest, have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.